Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So here is this week's meal prep. This is going to look a little different because I am mostly prepping for dinners this week since I have a very busy week at work. I'm not going to have a lot of time to make dinner by the time I get home. So let's get into the prep and I will take you through everything that I made. So as usual, it should be no surprise, I am still going to do a little bit of basic prep. So I did chop up some red onions using my veggie chopper. I do have this link down in the description box. And then I'm also chopping up some green onions. And then I needed some red pepper for my chicken salad. And then I just used the rest of it, sliced it up into strips to have with hummus or just for snacking. And then I cut up some cucumbers to have for snacking as well. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and clean some grapes. Well, I already cleaned them. I'm just going to take off little bunches here. Inside your eyes, you make me feel like I'm awake. I don't know why you make me shine like a star in the sky. I'm okay. Okay, so now I'm going to make some zoodles for my chicken parmesan. I like to do the thick side because then they don't get real mushy. Next up, I'm going to prep one of my dinners this week. It's going to be chicken parmesan spinach meatballs. So I have 1 pound of ground chicken breast. This is the 99% fat-free chicken breast. I have 3/4 of a cup of whole wheat panko breadcrumbs, and then I have some minced garlic. I'm adding to that some red onion, as well as 1 tablespoon of dried Italian seasoning. And then I'm also going to add in about 3 ounces of chopped up spinach, add some salt, pepper. I'm also adding in 1/3 of a cup of grated Parmesan cheese, as well as a large egg. And then I'm just going to mix all this together and form them into meatballs. My mind like a bottle of wine. I'm insane. I come alive, you drive me wild when I kiss you at night. I'm okay. Once you have all your meatballs formed, you're going to put them in the oven and cook them at 350 degrees for about 16 to 18 minutes. Mine took 16 minutes exactly. And then I'm just going to put these into a glass container and have those ready when it's time to have those for dinner. Another dinner this week is going to be chicken parmesan cutlets I'm going to make in the air fryer. So I'm just going to get the cutlets all ready to go, so then the night I have them for dinner I can just throw them into the air fryer. So here I have a 1/4 cup of whole wheat panko breadcrumbs. I have 1/8 of a cup of grated Parmesan cheese, and that's in that bowl. And the other bowl I just have 1 egg that I have beaten up, and then I'm just going to dredge the chicken in the egg and then into the panko crumbs and then put them into a dish, and they will be ready to go the night I have them for dinner. Oh, and also to the breadcrumbs I did add in some Italian seasoning. I did have a few pieces of chicken left, so I'm going to put some chicken in this marinade that I had in my pantry. This is the mesquite marinade. It is really super good. I just followed the instructions on the back of the package and did a 1/4 cup of oil and a 1/4 cup of water and just tossed the chicken in there, and it'll be ready to cook up one of the nights this week for dinner. So for one of my on-the-go lunches this week, I'm going to have some chicken salad. So I took some of the breast meat from a rotisserie chicken and I'm chopping it up really finely. To that I'm adding some red onion, some green onion, and some bell pepper that I chopped up earlier, as well as some dill relish. And then I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of fat-free mayo, as well as some horseradish mustard. On the day that I take this for lunch, I will probably be eating it in the car, so I'm going to add to this some avocado as well as some crackers, and it'll be a nice on-the-go lunch. And next up, for another lunch idea, I'm going to have some salsa verde chicken. So again, I have some more of that breast meat from the rotisserie chicken. To that, I'm adding some salsa verde sauce. This verde salsa verde sauce is my favorite. And so I'm just going to mix all that together, add it into my meal prep container. These meal prep containers are linked in the description box, by the way. And to the other side of the meal prep container, I'm going to add in some pinto beans that I drained and rinsed. And this will be another great on-the-go lunch. And I will also add some avocado to this as well. And I decided another great on-the-go lunch idea would be some hard-boiled eggs, so I'm going to put some of those in my pressure cooker. Okay guys, so like I said, this is kind of a little bit different meal prep than what you usually see from me because I'm really mostly prepping for dinners. So let me show you what I have going on so far. My eggs are still going. I have my cucumbers here for snacking. This will be some chicken that I'm marinating that I'll have just throw into my air fryer or in the oven or something. These are just some red peppers for snacking. I have my chicken parm here that I'll throw in the air fryer when I have that for dinner, probably tomorrow night, I think. Then I have my green onions, red onions, those will be for salads. I made a meatloaf for the family. We're gonna have that one day this week, so either today or tomorrow I'll have that. And then they can have meatloaf sandwiches and that kind of thing. So that's what I was kind of thinking about. And then I made some marinara sauce, which I did not get on the camera because my storage was full and I didn't realize it. So I have here just some hamburger meat and then put the marinara sauce in there so I can make spaghetti one night for dinner. So all I have to do when I get home from work is just make the pasta, and then I have some taco meat here, so it's just taco with some taco so ground beef with some taco seasoning. I can just throw together tacos one night for dinner. And then a couple things for my lunches. So this is something easy that I can have in the car, so I'm going to heat this up. There's one day that we have an afternoon school visit, so I'll heat this up before we leave, and then it'll still be warm as I'm eating it in the car on their way up to the school. So this is just salsa verde chicken with just some pinto beans that I drained and rinsed. And this is some chicken salad that I made. I showed you how I made that. And I'll just pair that with some crackers, and then I can just eat that on the go as well. So I'm going to put the taco soup together, and that'll be the last thing I have to make, and I will show you what I put in my taco soup. And here are the chicken parmesan meatballs with spinach. So these are all done, and this I'll just be having with some marinara sauce and some zoodles. Okay, eggs are done. So I'm just going to put them into an ice bath. They cooked for 6 minutes, and then I just did release them, release the steam. And now I'm just putting them right into this ice bath, and I'll just let them sit in there until I'm actually probably all done with prep and everything. And you can leave hard-boiled eggs in their shell in the refrigerator for up to 7 days. And if you take them out of the shell and peel them, then it's only 3 to 4 days. Okay, so I'm going to make the taco soup, so let me show you how I do it. So I just have some dark red kidney beans here. And you can put whatever beans you want in there. These are some cannellini beans. Then I have some garbanzo beans or chickpeas, whatever you may call them. And then lastly, oh, I didn't open these ones. Lastly, I have some black beans. And then I'm going to give that a stir and then add in the seasoning. Oh, and then I also have a can of Rotel tomatoes. This is the original, so it's a little bit spicy. And then in here I have some ranch seasoning mix. And then some taco seasoning. So the only other thing I add to this is some corn, but I like to do that on the day I have it because I like the corn to be still kind of crisp. So I'll add the corn in on Tuesday when I have this for dinner. But I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then I'll just simmer it for a few hours. So thank you so much for watching another meal prep video. I do have a whole playlist of meal prep videos in the description box, so please check those out. They are usually a lot more organized than this one, but for those of you who follow me every day, you know that I have a really busy unconventional week coming up, and so this week's meal prep is really just all over the place. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for hanging in there. Things will be back to normal next weekend, and I should have my usual organized and put together meal prep. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.